the Michigan Area Home Show. Join us for the next 30 minutes as we feature some of the finest homes and real estate listings in the area. The Michigan Area Home Show. Welcome to another edition of the Michigan Area Home Show. Today we're in Grand Blanc in the beautiful Warwick Hills subdivision at 5418 Coral Ridge Drive. This house comes to us today from Brandt & Associates Real Estate. 5418 Coral Ridge Drive in Grand Blanc, Michigan. This house comes to us today from Ken Brandt from Brandt & Associates Real Estate. Three bedrooms, 3.5 baths, and over 2,500 square feet. There's also an extra one-car garage. This gorgeous home boasts lots of updates. This house has 2 fireplaces, a 2-car attached garage, and a first-floor laundry. This house features rustic charm with hardwood plank flooring. This home has been well taken care of with new furnace and new air.
Hello, I'm Deanne Oliver with Ross Mortgage, and welcome to our Ask the Lender segment. Today, we are in the home of Jason and Heidi Fleury, some clients that are very near and dear to my heart. I've known them for, about 10 years now, guys?
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about how we met.
So actually, yeah, it was 10 years ago, and I was single at the time at the Sprint store when we met. But I asked what you did, and you told me what you do, and that I needed a checklist in order to get that done. And if I really wanted to buy a home, to call you when I was ready to do that. And
I think just in that brief 10 minutes, we kind of walked through the home buying process. We think you were renting at the time.
Yeah.
You were not 100% sure. I'm single. I want to buy, but I got to do A, B, C, and D in order to get there, right?
Yes.
So I didn't hear from you for a while. And then, lo and behold, how many months later, you call me back, and then what?
Yeah, I
then
fell
what,
in
girl?
love and got married. And
well, I walked into a Sprint store for a charger. And of course, he was always busy, so he did make some time for me. He made time for you, and
5 minutes, but yeah, we got there.
right. And the rest is history. We end up finding love, and being together, and I got to see that checklist.
Yeah.
Right, how far did he get? He got like from A,
A couple
B, and C,
things
and we
done.
still had D through Z left to get to, right?
I think he stored your number in the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was,
Right.
That was about
Right,
it.
right.
And you know, that going through that checklist, like, I mean, looking at it, it's daunting. You know, I'm like, how are we going to complete all of this? It's almost, you know, like it made me feel like defeated a little bit. And I was like, I don't know what to do or where to start. And then that's kind of like how you were just like, well, hold on, you know, let's get this stuff done first. And let's get this straight. Let's start you know, let's get him a credit card.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
we had to pay money for the credit card. And I
You
was
did a
like,
secured credit
right,
card
we
to help
did.
build your credit.
Yes,
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
that's what we needed to do in order to get you guys
Absolutely.
like mortgage
Right,
ready. That was like
right.
part, I think, is maybe G or F or
Right.
G of that whole entire
right,
transaction.
right.
Yeah.
And so, you know, doing that helped us put in a position to, you know, get our first home.
Maplewood
at
Meadows is the
Meadows.
first
Yeah.
one,
Right.
right?
Maplewood Meadows.
And at that time, it was you two, 3 dogs, 2
Yeah.
cats. Was it
Yeah.
4 kids at the time?
4 kids.
Right?
Yeah.
So you quickly grew out of the 1,500 square foot home,
Yeah.
but not until after we refinanced you, at
Yeah.
least 1 or 2 times, I think
Yes.
I remember.
Yeah, we did.
Right.
Yep.
So during all of this time, then Heidi gets pregnant again. You're on
Yeah.
child number 5.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We're still staying in contact along the way.
Yep.
Right? So tell me about the process. How did we get to this beautiful home this many years later? What
Well,
a journey.
child
10
number
years.
So let's where do I start? We came through this community a couple of times, and I was like, hey, we need to get on Dion. We need to, you know, just make sure our stuff is straight. But the community wasn't booming. It wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
And so we put it on the back burner a little bit, and we just kept driving through here and checking, and you know, houses were going up, and I was like, Jay, you need to call Dion. Like, we need to get ourselves straight. Like, I got Amy on the line, and she's gonna sell our house, and you know, as he was pretty apprehensive at first, and you know, when I sat him down with Alan Edwin, that's when he was like, man, we gotta get this, and that's when he called you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be
And we-
really scary, but it's always great to know that we had a lender the whole time. We never had a question of who it would be. And so you can juggle your realtors and you can juggle your companies, but it's so great to know where your finances are.
Aw,
Right, you know, and we had a lot of struggles along the way. You know, like we had a lot of barriers. I feel like, you know, we went through bankruptcy. We both of us went through bankruptcy. We've got job changes.
Yeah, one income.
Financial situations. Having more kids.
Yeah.
You know, having to add another car, and where does that fit in?
I remember when you called me and you guys were thinking, I'm thinking about buying, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
boy. And I said, so how's the family? Well, we've got 5 and 1 on the way. And I
Yeah.
was like, in a 1,500 square foot house, we got to get you
Right.
guys out of there. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
when you said, Alan Edwin, you guys are going to be building, and we started taking the steps for the home buying process once again.
Another
Because we had
checklist.
another checklist. We had overcome the bankruptcy, but now we had to say, okay, I'm going from a $150,000 house to
Yeah.
a $290,000 house.
Right.
That's a
Right.
big jump. We had to do a lot of preparation along the way. Jason, Heidi, thank you guys so much for allowing us to come into your beautiful home and sharing your story. And for you Mid-Michigan viewers out there, your story may not be much different than theirs. And I can help you if you are experiencing bankruptcy, if you've experienced foreclosure, if you've experienced any kind of credit issues whatsoever. Call me. I have a plan. I can help you from A to Z to become a homeowner. Maybe you don't think you can do it now, but I promise you, if you call me, we'll work together, I'll hold your hand, and we will get you into a home. I'm Deanne Oliver with Ross Mortgage. Now let's go look at our next home.
2690 Wildermere Drive in Milford, Michigan. This house sits on over 3 acres in a beautiful country wooded setting. 4 bedrooms and 3 baths, with plenty of new updates. This house has a 3-car attached garage and is move-in ready. A new deck on the back porch offers stunning views. An optional first floor laundry and new appliances. This house features central air and climate control by Floor. All new walnut flooring. The master suite includes a walk-in closet and a jacuzzi tub. This house has been fully remodeled and well taken care of.
I'm Dr. Scott Anderson, and I am proud to be a Nutrimost provider. The Nutrimost Ultimate Weight Loss Program helps transform you, creating your most beautiful, healthy life. With Nutrimost Intelligence, we create a personalized program just for you. We have a support team that will help you succeed while you're on this amazing journey. I have transformed hundreds of lives, and I know what we can do for you. You're given one body, one life. Make the most of it with Nutrimost. Call today for your free consultation.
Welcome back to the show. It's time now for part 2 of our Ask the Realtor segment. We're here with John Tremaine from the Real Living Tremaine Group. John, you've brought a key member of your team with you today. Why don't you introduce us?
Yes, we have. This is Ed Constable. He's a dynamic part of our team, full of passion for the business.
Pleased to meet you, Ed. Thanks for being on our show today. Ed, how long have you been in the real estate business?
I've been in the real estate business since I was 5 years old. My dad was a real estate developer, so ever since I was 5, I've been rolling around with him, running real estate appointments, watching him negotiate deals. I went to college, graduated right out of college, jumped right into the business.
That's great. I want to talk to you guys now about the current market. What are some trends you're seeing in 2017, either for a home buyer or a home seller?
For a home buyer, there still are some phenomenal opportunities out there, some great buys still to be had. As far as sellers go, prices are the highest that we've had in a decade. So this year is going to be a great year to sell. It's going to be a great summer, and we expect prices to continue to rise throughout the summer of 2017.
Great. John, what are your thoughts?
I agree. It's a great time to sell. It's amazing where we were just 7 years ago and where we are now. It's just phenomenal.
That is some great information. Now, I know you guys are the experts in mid-Michigan in this field, so tell me, what is the best month to buy or list a home?
I would say late February, early March is a great time to list your home. The buyers that want to get an early jump on it before the feeding frenzy in the summer are really going to start looking. And the sellers who don't know exactly what their home is worth, it could be worth $450, not a lot of data to support that. It'll give them an extra couple weeks to make sure they're priced right when all the buyers are really out there looking.
That sounds great. Well, we know that the market's about to break loose in this field, so tell me, what are some steps that potential home buyers and sellers can take to get ready for that process?
They need to walk through their own home and be extremely critical of themselves. It's all in the details. The scuffed paint, the blinds that are broken, dirty caulk in a bathtub, all those little things add up to something significant, and it all comes down to price. So once a buyer reaches 10 objections in a home, whether it be a little objection or a big objection, they're typically going to walk out. So anything you can do to eliminate one of those objections is huge.
So as a seller, that's some great advice. What about advice for buyers?
Buyers, they just have to have their ducks in a row and have their financing ready to go and be ready to pull the trigger when that opportunity arises.
And that's something that the Real Living Tremaine Group can really help them with, is that right?
For sure.
That's awesome.
For sure.
So there you have it. Advice from the experts. John and Ed from Tremaine Real Living. Thanks for being here with us today, guys.
Pleasure.
Pleasure.
Remember, Tremaine Real Living, for all your real estate needs, be sure to give them a call. And now, let's take a look at our next property.
Hi folks, Mike Abraham here. Are you selling or buying a home? Are you a real estate professional with a listing? Do you have a business that you'd like to advertise on our show? If so, visit our website at www.michiganAreaHomeshow.com or give us a call at 810-620-2167. Now, let's get back to the show. 610 North Main Street in Lapeer. This beautiful 3-story Queen Anne Victorian home is currently home to a doctor's office, but could be easily renovated back to a residential. This house has historic significance. Once the home of Marguerite d'Angely, the famous author. The library in downtown Lapeer is named after Marguerite. This house is offered by Jim Luzier from the Realty Executives Group in Lapeer. (44475) White Pine Circle East, Northville, Michigan. This house is presented by Keller Williams Real Estate, Agent Mark McDonald. Nearly 4,000 square feet in this home. 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. High ceilings and a finished basement. The master bedroom is spacious with a vaulted ceiling. Kitchen and formal dining room make entertaining a breeze.
Hi, I'm Kyle Green, CEO of Crave Real Estate Marketing. Join our tribe for $199 a month and find out how our technology products can help you sell more homes. Speaking of technology, this is not your grandfather's heart monitor.
This 9-camera device will create 3D virtual tours so incredible it'll make your clients feel like they're actually there.
Did I mention that these tours are VR goggle compatible? Because that's pretty important. Let's see your client not give you a listing with these on. One of my all-time favorite quotes I've ever come up with was, "Every little thing is going to be all right, but if you're taking cell phone pictures of your listings, everything will not be all right." Our Canon 5DSR cameras take 50 megapixel pictures that'll make your listing look like it should be on the cover of a magazine. It's a fact that most people find the house that they're interested in before the real estate agent they need.
Our Crave team will help you personalize your listings using video content of you actually giving a home tour.
This video content will help you list and sell, which means you make 6% instead of 3%. And our turnaround time is so fast, we'll have you thinking we're in a million places at once. Boom, Bora Bora. The first thing people do when they make a big purchase is post about it on Facebook. Too bad they don't mention who they bought it from.
Well, when you give them a crib-style video of them in their new home, with your logo all over it, they won't have to.
So join the Crave tribe for $199 a month, and every listing will be a hole-in-one. So stop by the Crave office and join us for a game of darts. Or play with our adorable puppy. By the way, we have drones. I should have mentioned that.
Welcome back to the Michigan Area Home Show. It's time again for our Ask the Lender segment, and we're pleased to have with us again this week Dion Oliver from the Ross Mortgage Corporation. How are you, Dion?
I'm fabulous today, Mike. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for being with us. Hey, our viewers want to know, what are some of the different types of mortgage options out there? What are the different kinds of loans that are out there?
There's several different types of loans. I offer a conventional loan, which is anywhere from 5 to 20% down. I offer an FHA loan, which the first-time home buyers typically use that because the minimum down payment, usually 3.5%, and the seller can help pay your closing costs. I offer a rural development loan, which is 100% financing. There are some income and property eligibility guidelines that we have to follow with that, as well as a VA loan for those veterans out there that are seeking 100% financing. I also do construction loans and some Michigan down payment assistance programs.
Wow. So there are a lot of options out there.
Absolutely.
Which do you specialize in, or do you offer?
I offer all of them.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of a one-stop shop. When
Great.
somebody comes to me looking for a mortgage, I want to be able to look at them in an overall aspect and say, here's the loan product that I feel is the best suited for you based on my knowledge and experience.
Is it important for someone to have a mortgage lender that does cover that entire spectrum?
Well, oh, for sure, because if you go to one bank and they're only offering 3 mortgage types, but another lender has 6, and your particular circumstances are going to best suit you with a loan product that that particular lender may not have, that's not going to be best for that particular buyer. Coming to me, however, with a wide variety of loans, I offer all types of loans, then I feel like obviously that's the best way to go for any buyer.
That's some great information, Dion. So tell us, if someone's out there and they're watching and they might be interested in getting a mortgage loan and contacting you, what can they expect? Walk us through the process.
Well, we call that the pre-approval process, and what we do is the client contacts us, whether it be over the phone or on our online website, and we will initially pull their credit to kind of see where they stand, make sure that they meet the credit criteria, and then we'll ask them to please send us their pay stubs, tax returns, asset information, so that we can properly pre-qualify them, so that when they're going out to look at these homes, they know beforehand what to expect in the way of, this is what I can afford in my payment, this is what I can expect my closing costs to be, and the type of product that I would put them in that would best suit their needs as a pre-approved buyer.
So getting pre-approved is key.
It's very key. Most realtors these days won't even show a property to anybody without that pre-approval in hand. And they also want it from a trusted lender such as myself.
All right, that's some great information. So tell me, do you have an online presence? Because I know I'm online a lot and I see all these pop-ups, all these 2%, all these crazy offers they're offering, but I just don't trust it. And I feel like I'm getting in one of those situations where I'll be looking at a timeshare and I'll be sitting in some room for 2 hours. So do you have some secure presence online that people could, use the convenience of online to reach you?
Oh, absolutely. They can go right to my website at doliver.rossmortgage.com. It's a completely secured site. You can apply online anytime for your convenience because you never know where you're going to be. You might be 2 o'clock in the morning and you've got insomnia and say, hey, I think I'll start looking for houses. Let's apply online. So then when I get up in the morning, I'll have an automatic alert that you have applied, which will then allow me to contact you via email or text, whichever way you put online that you would prefer to be contacted. All of the information is totally secure, and then that allows me to import that data, pull their credit, and reach out to them in the format in which that they were most comfortable with me contacting them.
That is great. So if there's somebody out there watching and they're thinking about getting a mortgage, what's the one message you'd like to convey to them?
To seek out the lender that has the best products available for you, the wide variety, someone that's well known in the industry. You know, typically when you're out shopping, if you get referred by a person more than one time, you know that that's going to be a qualified lender. And then you'll want to get online, probably check them out, make sure that their credentials are outstanding, and see exactly what type of product lines they do have available.
That is great. Thanks again for being with us again this week. So there you have it. Advice from the expert, Dion Oliver, Ross Mortgage Corporation. Be sure to contact Dion for all your mortgage lending needs. And now, let's take a look at our next property. 3472 Woodridge Drive, Flushing, Michigan. Brought to us today by RE/MAX team, Phaedra Bartlett. This 4-bedroom, 3-bath stunner is located on a corner lot in a desirable subdivision. This house has a 2.5 car attached garage. An open floor plan and new appliances highlight the updated kitchen. The master bath features tumbled marble and a huge garden tub. The full finished basement also has a lavatory. The enclosed back porch also includes a hot tub.
Do you have any questions for our real estate professionals? Would you like to be involved in our show? If so, submit a question or just drop us an email at info@michiganarehomeshow.com. Now, let's take a look at our next property.
Since 1992, John Tremaine has had the privilege of helping thousands of Mid-Michigan families realize their dream of home ownership.
Because at the end of the day, although the home is important, it's really about the family that lives there.
Make every day count. Call John Tremaine today. Whether you're buying or selling your home, you need someone qualified with local knowledge and experience. John Tremaine is ready to serve and assist you in all your real estate needs. Call John Tremaine today.
Well, we've reached the end of our journey for this week. Thanks for watching. We'd like to give a special thanks to Dion Oliver from the Ross Mortgage Corporation and John Tremaine from the Real Living Tremaine Group. On behalf of our entire team, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week on the Michigan Area Home Show.